He's already spied on 48 countries around the world. And now, it's your turn.
Big Brother Canada 1 is a season best described as comfortably experimental. In both ways, neither the audience nor the houses competing knew what to expect from it. I mean, what format was it going to take? Is it going to have a popular vote like in the UK version? Is it going to have a weird format like many of those international ones, or will it stick to the strategy center game of the United States? Well, thankfully it is based on the more interesting US format, and we have all those great competitions with the HOH and the golden power of veto and lots of alliances going against each other. Just how I like it. But here I also like the amateur feeling of the show. It was the first try at a Canadian Big Brother. No one knew how to go about the game. When I say it feels experimental, I mean it feels like almost everyone is trying to figure things out as they go, since most of them hadn't watched Big Brother before, except for a couple of superfans in the cast. And still then, no one was sure about what things the show was going to do different here. It's also fun watching the host, Arisa Cox, have to wing it through certain portions of the game and getting used to hosting it. There are a couple of shocking, unprecedented moments here, and it's hilarious watching Arisa Cox not being sure what to do.
Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. No.
Yeah, we'll get to that. That said, I think she does a great job, and she only gets better from here on out. With the shyness of both the players and the host, this season feels refreshingly relaxed, but this is important, it also doesn't feel outdated. It isn't like the old school era where the game felt more rigid and slow. Though being fair, it also can't reach a level of realness that those older seasons displayed. Even from the beginning, I think the game flows really well. The first half of the game has many distinguishable characters, alliances making deals left and right, and fun downfalls almost every week, although there's a personality here that brings the mood down at many points. Everyone's having fun, and then they come in and they act like a jerk and they start fighting. Listen, there are many points in which the conflicts get really personal here, and all of it orbits around this player. I guess they do get some moments of humanity here and there, but I definitely cheer for their downfall. But still, it was nice having a season that felt more real and not too over the top. And it's funny that I say that, because there are some definitely over the top personalities in this cast. Listen, to me, it's important for the first season of any reality show to have a memorable cast to survive. And Big Brother Canada achieves this by its cast being pretty weird. And I don't mean weird as in haha they're funny weird, no. Some are really strange personalities. There's someone who should be like a normal dad, but instead they talk in third person and they're like a cartoon character living in their own little world. There's a deadly serious dude who is obsessed with Dr. Will from Big Brother US. There's a girl that appears dumb, loud and clueless, but you're never sure if she's playing that up. She never breaks the act, but there are moments where you can tell she's aware of it being a role. And there's also like the ultimate deconstruction of every super fan nerdy archetype we see on reality shows, in which everything about his personality in the house was fiction written by him. And then there's Gary. If the show wanted to really make its first season stand out, Gary was the perfect casting choice. So over the top and so eccentric and so fun to watch, and so funny to watch them melt down over every little thing. The funniest moment here is when Gary's told they're going to be on slop and they run off crying inconsolably. It's comical.
Like, I'm gonna fade away. It's me who's on the shit. All of a sudden, Gary runs off bawling.
Gary carries this season when it comes to the entertainment, and if you're someone who thinks like, oh my god, they look so annoying, don't worry, they are really not. The show does a good job balancing the airtime between players but also giving them humanizing moments, so a lot of players do get their time to tell their stories. And not only are the characters strange, but the relationships are also weird. One funny thing about this season is how much of it plays out in pairs. Almost every house guest somehow ended up with a ride or die, so the game ends up with many pairs linking together or them breaking off to find a new pair to link up to and move forward. And when someone is left alone, they just find a new person to pair up with. Though, for all the fascinating characters that it has, it's so annoying that they all end giving their games up to the two most vanilla personalities. There is a big showman this season, and I really couldn't care less about it. And the fact that they dominate the competitions in the second half makes it feel like it really drags. I guess I do give props to one of them because they were clearly the best player of the season, but the other annoyed me to no end. They get so many lucky breaks and they break so many promises, and it feels like they should have a juicy downfall, but that never comes because either her or her showmans keep winning all the competitions, and it's just so frustrating. I guess I do appreciate having this ultimate villain to root against that kept me watching through the rest of the season, but ultimately them not getting a comeuppance of some sort felt unsatisfying. Also, the twist, that's another complaint. I mean, it's the first season. They don't know what feels unfair and what doesn't, right? But the twists here feel poorly thought out. I mean, one of them screwed a player so badly that it became a verb, and the other one was just flat out unfair. Bringing back a previously eliminated contestant is already shaky, but doing so at the final 5, where the game is in its most delicate stage? Come on, that definitely screwed some good players over. And it also made the final 2 feel like a lose-lose situation where no matter who won, it wasn't going to feel right. I mean, I like one of them, but they shouldn't have been in this final, and the other one, I was very mad, made it to the end, so I lost. But since we're talking about the finale now, oh my god, I said that it was important for the first season to have a memorable cast, but I think it's also imperative to have a shocking moment to keep people talking, and damn if this isn't that shocking moment of Big Brother Canada. One of the most shocking moments in the franchise in general. I don't think it had ever happened before, and it hasn't happened since. Basically, the winner wins by accident. Someone accidentally votes for the wrong person to win, and it turns out that their vote was a deciding vote to break the tie, meaning the winner shouldn't even have won. But if the other person won, it still wouldn't have felt right because they were the ones that were saved by the final 5 twists. So it's like destiny knew that the other person had actually played a better game. What makes it more shocking is that the person who voted wrong was the best friend of the losing finalist. Like, they were so tied the whole game, and even that person goes up to vote and says,
So my vote is 150% secure.
So when their vote comes out and it reads the name of the opposite finalist, everyone is like, what the fuck just happened?
Topaz has voted for Jillian.
Wait a minute. Wait, what?
Topaz.
Yeah?
We made the rules really, really clear.
No!
The voter is confused as all hell, Arisa doesn't know what to do. They even paused the segment to check the cameras and see if anything weird happened. But no, they just grabbed the wrong key when they went up to vote. That is unbelievable. But this makes it so the winner doesn't get the satisfying comeuppance they should have had for screwing all those people over, and instead they're saved from having a downfall by the biggest lucky break and they win the whole thing. But then again, they really were the more deserving winner out of the 2 finalists, so I can even feel like the other finalist was robbed. What a truly bizarre ending. Though I do find it really funny that Topaz's name gained 2 different meanings in one season. So that was Canada's big first try at Big Brother. I've seen some people say that to get into BBCAN you should skip over Big Brother Canada 1, and I don't get them. BBCAN1 is a good season, and a good way to introduce anyone to Big Brother. It's fun, it's fluid, its characters are pretty strange, but they're interesting. But it's also not too fast to keep up with. It's a comfortable first introduction to what a good season of Brother is like if anyone wants to watch it. Okay, the twists are a little too pervasive, and the endgame drags thanks to the competition results, but it's all worth it due to that unmissable and shocking finale. Even if I didn't like the winner that much. So if you're unsure if you should start here, I say this is a beginning point that sets expectations just right. Not too high and not too low. I think it's perfectly enjoyable. Now all that's left is to see if this momentum continues into Big Brother Canada 2. I'm the BBCAN again, and see you in the next video. Bye!